Trent, actually, he's here. Brian, what's up?
Good morning, Lillian.
Good morning.
All right, we're starting on the trends with a very sad story this morning, and the ex-husband of Ugandan socialite and businesswoman Zari Hassan, that is Ivan Semwanga, who died at a South African hospital sometime last week. Actually, it was Thursday on May 25th last week. Will be buried today, and Ivan Semwanga had succumbed to a heart-related complication at a South African hospital, and in attendance is expected to be Tanzanian top artist Diamond Platnumz, who is the current partner of Zari Hassan. A memorial service was held yesterday, and interestingly, Lillian, I read from a Uganda newspaper that there was a bit of some chaos during the vigil of Ivan Semwanga when his body arrived in Uganda on Sunday. And what happened is Zari Hassan, that is the ex-wife, clashed with the relatives of Ivan Semwanga after Zari Hassan allegedly refused for the sisters and relatives of Ivan Semwanga to hug or even greet the three children, that is Quincy, Pinto, and the last born of Zari Hassan. I do not know. And also the reports that Ivan Semwanga's ex-wife, that is Zari Hassan, is engaging in a scuffle with the relatives of Ivan Semwanga over his wealth. He has over 6 schools in South Africa, and also several I think around 2 hospitals, if the report by Ugandan media is anything to go by, and several other business ventures. So he died a wealthy man, and there is a scuffle and a fight around his wealth. We'll only see how it will go, and we'll keep you updated. Meanwhile, may Ivan Semwanga's soul rest in peace, and follow www.edaily.co.ke, where we'll give you updated information as it comes from the Ugandan capital, that is Kampala. And moving on to another story, back into the country, Kenyan gospel singer Ringtone now claims that Groove Awards organizers are against him and that they hate him. And the reason for all these remarks and gripe by Ringtone is because he's not been featured in Groove Award nominations the past 2 or 3 years. And he says, if I can quote exactly what Ringtone alleged, that I know they hate me because when Pamela was a hit, Daddy Owen won 5 awards, and I feel bad. I think Pamela should have won. And Kenyans actually took to social media platform to remind Ringtone that you are a gospel star, you are a gospel artist, you are not out here to win awards but to win souls back unto the Lord. And so Ringtone out there feels like he's so much anaonewa yani by the Groove Award organizers. But again, when I reached out to Groove Award organizers, they said you have to have a particular song that has a particular cause of winning back the Christian ministers. And so if you don't do that, we don't see a reason as to why we should nominate you while your song has not impacted on Kenyans or even people who do gospel in any way. Lillian, what do you think of this particular comment by Ringtone, that he should be winning awards because he's a big artist and Pamela was a big hit, and so he sees no reason as to why he's being locked out of award nominations?
Now, I think he has a valid argument. It is a fact that the gospel music industry is big currently. You know, gospel is selling, and therefore a lot of these artists are actually in this because they also need to pay their bills at the end of the day. Having said that, you know, the organizers also have, you know, a valid point in saying that music needs to win souls over. So yeah, it's a catch-22.
So it could go either way, because I remember the other time they also told Bahati and Willy Paul to change the way they live their lives such that when they reflect a real life of a minister, then they'll be back into the list of Groove Awards nominees. So lifestyle is something, a very important factor, which is being considered when one wants to win an award, especially in the gospel scene. Alright, and moving on to a very interesting story in the nearer international scene, that is in Burundi. And the Burundi government has ordered all unmarried couples to wed before the end of 2017. All unmarried couples to wed before the end of 2017. And the order follows the launch of a campaign this month by the president, that is Pierre Nkurunziza, to moralize, quote-unquote, society. And the Interior Ministry said the country was facing a population explosion which he blamed on the illegal marriages. And a government official even said that persons living in common law unions must register by June 22nd and wed before the end of December 2017, failure to which there will be unspecified sanctions. So kama uko na dem Burundi, uko na chali Burundi, you have up to December 2017 to make sure you wed. And it's a must, it's an order by the government. Lillian, chip in.
I think, you know, I plead the fifth. Yeah.
That person must wed before the end of 2017. I'm just trying to imagine if that particular order was implemented or even suggested in Kenya, how Twitter would go.
But Kenyans are marriage phobic though, so at least a lot of them.
Alright, it wouldn't so much work into the Kenyan setup, that I'm so sure, because even by the social media comments after we ran this story, a lot of Kenyans were saying, you cannot force me to marry someone who probably I'm not so sure of a future with him or her. Or alternatively, we can date up to December 30th, then we break up and pick up in January 2nd, so that the order now will say before end of 2018 we continue the relationship. It's a bit controversial and debatable, because how will that even be implemented? How can you say this person is outrightly dating another person? It's a bit difficult. We'll only wait and see how Pierre Nkurunziza's government will implement that particular order. Alright, and moving on to another story, but still in the further international steam, but in Africa, there is a church that celebrated its Christmas Day last Thursday. That is May 25th, sorry. And the church known as Kimbanguist Church was formed in the year 1921, and it has around 4,000 followers who on May 25th, including elderly women, teachers and rescue workers, made a pilgrimage to the holy hill of Nkamba, which is 1,000 kilometers southwest of the capital, Kinshasa. So with them, December 25th is not another day to celebrate Christmas, but for them it comes way early, that is in May 25th. Alright. And they say they believe that Jesus died on May 25th and not December 25th. Okay. That is the Kimbanguist Church in Kinshasa in the DR Congo. And on to another story which has really warmed the heart of netizens, especially in Kenya, is Esther Passaris, that is the Nairobi woman representative hopeful, actually visited her perceived nemesis in the political scene, that is Rachel Shebesh, at a Nairobi hospital. That was yesterday. And photos made the rounds on social media, with the Kenyans online taking to different platforms of the same, that is social media, to say, now this is the Kenya we want. Your political nemesis is not necessarily your rival in real life, and you shouldn't really take matters so personal, especially on the political arena. If in this case Shebesh has been nursing a leg injury and has been in hospital for the past week or so, and that explains why she wasn't seen in yesterday's Uhuru's tour from all the way from Pipeline to KICC. And actually that is Esther Passaris took the initiative to go to Nairobi Hospital, where Shebesh has been hospitalized, and just extended her warm greetings. And
I'm curious, who took the photo, Brian?
Okay, that is what I'm yet to establish, because the photos were actually shared on Esther Passaris' social media handles. I tried to reach out to her, but my phone calls didn't really go through, and that is a question which I should really ask her, and I was going to ask her.
Somebody here is saying that it's the same as charity. If you want to give charity, then it should not be displayed out there for people to know that you did so. Similar thing as if you want to visit an ill person or a sick person in hospital, it should not be advertised. That's what somebody's saying.
All right, it's a bit of debatable, if I can say, because Passaris is a political aspirant and lady who mostly lives her life on social media. You can know where she is at a particular time, what she's doing.
But they're both eyeing the same.
And they're both eyeing
different parties.
Different parties. One is on ODM ticket, that is Esther Passaris, and Rachel Shebesh intends or looks forward to retaining the seat on Jubilee ticket. And these are arguably the biggest political camps in the country currently.
So we'll see hugs in August as well.
We hope to see, after one has been declared the winner, the other one is hugging the winner. And by that particular gesture, that will really show that this gesture for Monday was indeed genuine. But until then, we can say somebody's probably trying to win the electorate, probably Tagibo. But we wish Esther Passaris not Esther Passaris rather, but Rachel Shebesh a quick recovery. Alright, and on to the final story, which is a bit interesting, or very interesting, is that the Jamaican dancehall star, top artist, that is Damian Marley, touched down yesterday at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and he was received by a myriad, or several fans, who went toward him to welcome him into the country. But what happened, according to a media personality who shared a video online, is one lady wanted to take a selfie with Damian Marley, as is the case especially with many Kenyans who see these international celebrities and who notice they're just a front store away. They'll want to take a selfie. This lady reached out to Damian Marley, and Damian Marley allegedly said that, "I'm too tired to take a selfie. I'm too tired to take a selfie with you." Does it require a lot of energy, Lillian, to take a selfie? Because I've seen you taking selfies.
People get a bit intrusive, Brian. I'm not at the level of that guy, but I mean, I've experienced that. And if you don't want to take a selfie, you don't want to take a selfie. That's not cause for insult. It shouldn't be cause for drama. It's almost like you are entitled to getting that selfie by force, which is, I mean, it's tantamount to harassment.
Yeah, but someone is arguing that if you do not want to take a selfie, as Damian Marley allegedly said, that you shouldn't have really said, "I'm tired to take a selfie with you." Just outrightly say, "Okay, I'm not for this. I'm not for a person who is a proponent of taking selfies." So just let it be known to the person who is excited to take a selfie with you that, honestly, it's not my thing. And so
what if the guy anakuja na ubaya? What if he's coming, so aggressively and almost demanding and even snapping away without getting your consent? Remember the thing with Chris Brown as well?
Yes.
In Mombasa, similar situation, forced selfie, phone was crushed. Yeah, so I think Kenyans also need to be a bit more sensitive.
I think Kenyans are basically excited about these international celebrities.
There's a better way to ask for a selfie, I suppose.
Some courtesy. Probably we do not know the whole story.
Yeah.
As you say, maybe the selfie seeker went out all there excited and just wanted to force his way or her way into taking that selfie without necessarily consulting Damian Marley. And somebody is asking, who is Damian Marley? We do not know Damian Marley. Damian Marley is the youngest son of legendary reggae star, that is Bob Marley. And for those who do not know Damian Marley, let me just play a bit of this song which is playing on my right.
Police come in a jeep and them can't stop it. Some say them a playboy rabbit. Get up like a bad habit. Son of a post up if you're down to it. Rastafari stands alone.
Out in the street, they call it.
Where people are dead at random. Political violence can't done. Fear ghost and phantom. The youth them get blind by stardom. Now the king of kings are called. Whole man to pick me. So why would no one if you with me? To see this operation trick me. Them suit no fit me. To win election them trick with them. Them down to nothing at all. Come on, let's face it. I get our education.
Out in the street, they call it.
Alright, that is Damian Marley saying, "Up in the streets, they
Does
call
he have
it
any other nice songs?
Yes, he
does.
does.
Are one-hit wonders, Brian. So you wonder how they would, like Diamond's concert,
yes.
That was action for an entire 2 hours.
Because he has tens of songs that appeal to the audiences.
But then again, these guys, how many songs do they have that can actually sustain a concert?
Actually, the ones which are known in Kenya are way fewer, but he has a whole repertoire of songs. He has several. And he will be performing on Wednesday at a concert dubbed Street Fusion. So if you want to catch up with him, Wednesday is the date for you to catch up with Damian Marley and probably take selfies. around that time maybe he won't be too tired because he will have jammed up ready for the concert.
So why did these guys bring drama here? First it was Kofi
along with there.
Then now even Damien. I thought ganja makes people calm there.
They say, like Richie Spice usually say, ganja from the corner makes him calm, as you say. But I'm yet to see an artist who is made calm by ganja.
Yeah, and you know, Coco says Rastas are peaceful people.
Rastas are peaceful people. They never cause trouble.
Yeah.
Actually, it's trouble. All right. For all the Rastafaris out there, Wednesday is the place. Wednesday is the day to check out and attend the Street Fusion Festival here in Nairobi. That will be headlined by that man himself, the youngest son of Bob Marley, Damian Marley. And that is all we have from the trends and entertainment this hour. My name is Brian Okoth, but for more entertainment that is comprehensive and very in-depth and very informative, log on to www.edaily.co.ke and get your freshest and most believable scoop in there. But meanwhile, we'll keep you updated because Ivan Semwanga is said to be buried today. We'll keep you updated with all those photos, all those videos, and the most recognizable speeches, especially from Diamond Platnumz, who is the current partner of Zari Hassan. Meanwhile, thank you very much. That was all ahead, and back to Lilian Muli to wrap up.
Brian, always the highlight of Citizen Extra. Very delighted to have heard what you have from your desk. We are now going to be listening in to the Ipsos report, and of course remember the President Uhuru Kenyatta is expected in Mombasa, where he will be flagging off the trial phase of the standard gauge railway there, the cargo train. A cargo train expected to be flagged off today. Tomorrow it will be a passenger train that will be flagged off carrying 1,200 passengers. That is to and from Nairobi to Mombasa, back to Nairobi, and of course we are also going to be crossing over to the Central Bank of Kenya, which has kept its benchmark lending rate at 10%. The bank's Monetary Policy Committee says this is a bit to reduce the threat of demand-driven inflation. We are not done with Citizen Extra. We're taking a very short break now. We'll be back with more. Thanks for watching. My name is Lilian Muli. Have a lovely afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.